Welcome back to the courtroom and buckle up. Today's case isn't about a defendant on trial, not exactly. This is about someone who thought they could play by their own rules in the most rule-bound place in the world, a courtroom. Within minutes, you'll see a judge lay down the law on someone accused of jury tampering, one of the fastest ways to derail justice before it even begins. The judge's tone, ice cold, the stakes through the roof. And by the end of this clip, you'll understand why this isn't just a slap on the wrist situation, it's a full-on courtroom shutdown moment. Watch closely, because you won't believe what happens when the accused refuses to play along.
All right, so my understanding is that you were outside speaking with members of the jury, is that correct? That's either yes or no. No. You were outside speaking to the jurors, yes or no? Nope. Were you outside speaking to the jurors, yes or no?
Yeah, between it's a difference between getting arrested.
This is what's going to end up. All right. And what division? All right. Do you have documentation for that?
This is where things take a turn from awkward to dangerous. The judge is probing for proof, paperwork, identification, something that justifies this person's presence in the courthouse. But instead of cooperating, the answers get shorter, and the tension gets sharper. Why is this so important? Because in court, jurors are sacred territory. You don't approach them, you don't speak to them, and you definitely don't try to influence them. The law treats jury tampering as a serious offense, even if no money changes hands or no threats are made. In this moment, the judge is doing damage control before the case itself gets contaminated beyond repair.
Oh, what is your name? Spell that. First name? And last name? Yes. Spell it. And where's your documentation that show you work for the federal government? All right. So you are not allowed to be in this courthouse anymore. You do not have any business here. If you are not a witness, you are not allowed in this courtroom. Do you understand? And you're not allowed in this courthouse. You know that you are not supposed to be speaking with the jurors in the hallway. You were. Those jurors were not asking you any questions. You took it upon yourself to tamper with the jury.
Right here, the hammer drops. The judge flat out accuses the man of tampering with jurors, and for context, this isn't some friendly chat in the hallway. In legal terms, even a casual conversation can be perceived as an attempt to sway or intimidate a juror, and that can unravel an entire trial. Think about it. If jurors can't trust that their role is protected from outside influence, how can the public trust the verdict? The judge isn't just kicking him out, she's banning him from any courthouse in the area. That's a rare and decisive move, and she's making it crystal clear that this was no innocent misunderstanding.
That is coming up here for jury selection. You are not allowed in this courthouse anymore. Do you understand? No. Do you understand? So do not come back into the courthouse. That means this courthouse. That means the courthouse next door. That is the historical courthouse. Do you understand? Right. All right. If you can see that he's escorted off the premises. Oh, God bless you too. So I will speak to all of the defense attorneys when you all come back. But personally, I don't feel comfortable with using this jury
This is the ripple effect of courtroom misconduct. Because of one person's actions, an entire jury pool might be tossed out. That means time wasted, costs increased, and justice delayed. Judges hate this, not because it's inconvenient for them, but because it undermines the whole system. And notice something, she's not sure what was said between the man and the jurors. That uncertainty alone is enough to taint the selection process. This is why courtrooms operate like controlled ecosystems. One disturbance, and the whole thing can collapse. Would you risk starting the trial with a potentially compromised jury, or would you start from scratch?
As the jury pool, because I don't know what was said, my understanding is that he is involved in a case here, not as a witness, not as a party whatsoever, but just as maybe a friend of a friend of a friend of a cousin. All right.
What now?
Yeah. But they're going to bring, if you have an inmate, we will bring them up and we'll do your pleas. All right. All right. And also because, and also because I've been a defense attorney before and a prosecutor, the remaining jurors that are left are going to be jurors that have already probably been reviewed, and those that are not was selected were sent back to the basement, be called back up. So I'll speak with the defense attorneys about that and the prosecutors about that, as far as whether you all want to do jury selection today or do jury selection tomorrow with a new jury. Okay.
So, what started as a normal jury selection day turned into a cautionary tale about how fragile the justice system really is. One person, not a witness, not a party to the case, stepped across the line, and the consequences were immediate. Jury selection stalled, court resources diverted, and the judge forced to take drastic measures to protect the integrity of the trial. This is why the rules are so strict. Even the appearance of tampering can sink a case before it starts. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.